Hello. So today we're going to be doing an anti-haul. This is my first anti-haul. I just feel like I've been seeing a lot of new releases that I'm like, I don't know that I would ever want that or like want to spend my money on that. No shade to any of the brands. It's not like brand specific. It's not anything against the creators of the, products. I don't know. I feel like I'm picky. Okay, so before we get into it, make sure you're subscribed before you leave and give this video a big thumbs up. It helps me out. And then you can follow me on my makeup related Instagram. All this stuff is always down below. Let's dive right in. So Anastasia Beverly Hills just came out with 2 new things that I'm just like really not feeling. The first one is the Nervana Pro Pigment Palette Volume 4. Now, I don't have any of the Nervana Pro Pigment palettes. They're $60. I just feel like I'll never really use any of the shades that are in any of the palettes. Like, they're super bright and colorful, and that's just not really my jam. Like, even the colorful I am wearing right now is kind of like subtle compared to the colors in these palettes. So yeah, I feel like this one is the one that speaks to me the most out of all of them, because there's a lot of pinks and purples, and I'm really drawn to like purples in eyeshadow palettes. But just, I don't know, I just can't justify ever spending $60 on that palette, because I know it's not an everyday palette. I'm not going to be able to use it how I would need to use it. So just a pass for me. Next thing by them. Again, no shade. It's just that I'm just not into these things. And plenty of people are. They're doing really well, I'm sure. But I'm not into it. So it's the Nervana Electric Cake Liners. And they had 2 shades. They had the Electric Orange, Opaque White, and Electric Purple. And then they had the Electric Lime, the Electric Yellow, and the Electric Pink. And these are really cool, to be honest. Like, I can see why people would really like them. If you do like really bright makeup looks, if you are a photographer, like if you're a makeup artist, all of this stuff would look really, really cool in shoots. Some of them are glow in the dark, but on an everyday basis, I'm not going to wear a bright green liner, a white liner, a red liner. I'm just not. So it's just not, like, it just doesn't make any sense for me to buy these things. Those retail for $30 each, which I actually don't think is a bad price. You're getting 3 liners, and you can like wet them and then they become dry again. So I don't think that the price is the issue. It's just the product itself. So this next thing is new on Sephora. It says, I don't know actually if it's new, but it's the Hourglass Veil Eye Primer. It retails for $28. You get 0.32 ounces, which that's probably on par with Hourglass pricing. Their stick foundation is like 0.24 ounces, and it's like $42. So I understand that they're like really high end. You don't get a lot of product for the money that you're spending. I get all that. It's not about the price. It's about that I don't use eye primers. So just because something is like name brand, I'm not going to buy it if I'm not going to use it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I have nothing against eye primers. I just don't really use them. Like, I have like 1 right now. And then I have a glitter primer, which I believe wholeheartedly in glitter primers, because this is the NYX glitter primer. I won't even spend more than like $10 on a glitter primer. But I just think that like eye primers in general, unless you have like an issue going on, like unless you have like very oily eyes, I don't really see why you can't just use like concealer or just set it with like some kind of shadow before going in with your other products. I don't know. I just don't know if I buy into the eye priming gimmick. I also, on a tangent, I know people have strong feelings about primers, like face primers, and that they don't do anything, but I agree with that to an extent, because there are some primers that do something. Because when you use a primer and you don't like it, you know what I mean? So, like, for instance, the gripping primer, I do not like by Cover FX. I don't like that one. And I can tell I don't like it because I notice a difference when I wear my makeup. So I do think they do something to an extent, because I don't know. There's definitely hydrating ones you can definitely tell hydrate you. Blurring ones you can definitely blur. Like, you can see the difference when it's blurring. So there are certain primers that do things. Eye primers just don't do it for me. Okay, so this one I haven't even seen anyone talk about. I don't know, but I was on Ulta and it said that it was new, but I've never even seen anyone talk about this. But this is the Tarte Shape Tape Shaping Eyeshadow Palette. It retails for $22. You get 2, 4, 6, 8 shades, and they're all like boring. Like, I don't know why they created this palette, because there's absolutely, I have all of these shades in other palettes. There's no way I would spend $22 on shades that I already have. I don't really understand, like, why they're, like, I guess they're trying to, like, brand Shape Tape more, but, like, this palette is, like, unnecessary. I don't know. Unless you're an absolute beginner, you have no makeup in your collection. These are definitely staples. You know, I would spend $22 on this if I had no other makeup. Sure. But I have a huge collection. I'm not going to spend $22 on shades. First of all, never going to reach for this palette. Second of all, I already have. I don't know. I don't know why I'm getting angry, but like, it just seems like a gimmick almost. Like they're trying to do like, oh, this is the Shape Tape, so like it's really good. You know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah, not into this one. Oh my god, it's out of stock? What? It doesn't like say, are there any reviews? There's no reviews. How is it out of stock then? No one wrote a review? Shady. God, I hate when you go on a website and like you're on your phone and you're trying to just get to one specific product and then there are freaking pop-ups like, join our newsletter, save 10%. Don't want to save 10%. I hate that. Am I the only one? Like, I'm just trying to click on a thing. Like, don't blast me with your stupid thing that I have to click out of. Ugh. All right. Okay, so this one is by Lady Gaga, the House Labs palette. So this is the Stupid Love eyeshadow palette. I don't really understand this palette. Are there any, like, I'm going to read the details real fast. Embrace your color. Colors in cool and warm tones clash and come together in new ways each time you create. I don't know. It just, there's too many blues, so I would never use those. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 blue-ish tones. And then the rest are like warm tones or like a white, a gray, and like a silver. This palette doesn't make any sense to me. Because either she should have just made 2 palettes. One was like the warm Stupid Love and like the cool Stupid Love. And then they could have been smaller and cheaper. And then people wouldn't have had to like, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know. But I'm not feeling this palette. The orange looks very beautiful, actually. And there's a couple little like pinky like shimmeries that like they are right up my alley. But again, those would be the only colors I use in this palette. And that's why I would not buy it. It also is retailing for, it's sold out right now. It retails for $0 because it's not telling. $48. There we go. Okay. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about, and mostly this is like all eyeshadow palettes, I apologize, but the last thing is I feel like this was all over the Instagram, and like the people that I follow were all saying like the same thing. Hold on, I have to go to their Instagram page. Or maybe it was on Trend Mood. Oh my god, I can't even find this stupid palette I want to talk about. Here it is. I found it. The Naked Ultraviolet palette. I love purples. I said that in this video. I love purple shadows. Did I say it in this video? I think so. And I love purple shadows. I don't understand this color story. I really, really don't. I just, there's like a mint green in the middle. I don't know why that's there. I see 3 purple shades. So why is it called like the violet palette or the ultraviolet palette? The first 4 shades are completely in any other palette, super neutral, like warm, well not, you can't be warm and neutral, but you know what I mean. Like just like everyday basic shades. Then a mint green, which doesn't make any sense to me. And then like a black. I mean, I guess, I don't see who would want this palette. Unless you're like a makeup collector and you want it to like finish your Naked collection. Also, it's called the Naked like palettes and it's coming out with bright colors. What happened to like the soft, like subtle shades? Why are they coming out with bright colors and still calling them Naked? I don't know. So, I mean, yeah. Like, these could have been, or I'll just put it on the screen instead of showing you my phone. But these could have been like 2 different palettes. Like, I don't think that these two should be like in, like, these 2 sides should be in the same palette. It doesn't make any sense. It's kind of like the House Labs palette. Like, just make 2 different palettes. You don't have to combine every shade into the palette. Just make 2 different ones. And then the people who like the blues will get the blues. The people who like the reds will get the reds. You know what I mean? Alright, I'm exhausted now. About ranting for, I don't know, 14 minutes. So that kind of concludes this video. I feel like I like to keep it positive on my channel. I don't really talk really super negatively all the time. I do loves and duds occasionally. I don't just come on here to like bash products just for the sake of bashing them. But I have seen anti-hauls going around, and I think it is important to not buy every single product release that comes out, because I was definitely guilty of that. When I was first building up my collection, I was just like buy. And that's honestly why I created my Instagram page, is because I was buying so much makeup, it did not make any sense. So I hope that helps you in some way, or at least gave you entertainment for, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, whatever I get this cut down to. And yeah, make sure you subscribe before you leave, and give this video a thumbs up. If you don't like these kinds of videos, don't give it a thumbs down. That doesn't help me out. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!